Hey, what's up, guys? Figured this would be kind of something fun going on, so decided to work late, and I'm gonna get this twin split. I've been talking about doing this for like, I don't know, forever, so it's time. At least it's to the point now where I just need to split it, take it apart, but figured this would be a way to kill two birds with one stone. Effectively, I'm gonna, with this, what we need to do, take all these Allens off, and then that's gonna separate. See my limited workspace here. I like to just work myself into a corner, apparently. So anyway, so what's gonna happen here, this is the 140 Zuma. How's it going, Elijah? So this has a case, has a big air leak in this side, so there's actually a crack in the case. So these cases are actually used. These cases were used and they had a crack. So and this is the Zuma 140 that most people have seen, but RT cylinders, and all the other good stuff. So basically what I'm gonna do is I've taken the ignition off. So this is gonna split. So once I pop the Allens off, I'll use a crank tool to show you guys how to do that. This is gonna be the same scenario on any two-stroke how you take it apart. So this will split, come apart, this center block, and then what I'll do is I'll go to this side and I'll push the crank out. So that'll leave us just a center with the two cranks, and the two cases will be off. So I'm gonna replace this with an OEM case and remachine it to fit. Same with this side. So I'll just kind of show you guys real quick. Figured this would be a good time to show you guys how to split a case. So it's really simple. First thing you got to do, you got to take all this stuff off your flywheel or your water pump if you have it. But on your two-stroke, you're going to take all this stuff off on this side. So let me get in here, pop these guys loose. Wrong size. Decided may as well stay late and get this thing dialed because I'm sick of saying I'm gonna do it. It's too hard to do it during the day, so I'm answering emails and all that stuff. So anyways, when you take off your flywheel, what you need to do is make sure, so you're gonna need a special flywheel tool. Don't use the 3-jaw puller or whatever your grandpa's got in his drawer or your mom's got in her sweet hardware tool set. Get the right one. We use the flywheel puller kit that's got a bunch of different variations. I'll show you. This guy comes in handy. It's got a bunch of different thread pitches and whatnot. So actually, it's flywheel pulling party time. If you didn't catch that, we like to keep things fun around here. Actually, I don't even know what that Carter put that on there, so I'm sure it's some inside joke that I'm not a part of. But anyways, pull these guys out here. This motor's super crusty, so bear with me. There's all kinds of dirt, junk falling out of here. So obviously this rebuild, it's not just a rebuild. I'm remachining these cases. I get new bearings, new seals, all that good stuff, new gaskets. And it's gonna have to get tuned all over again, which is fine. So the twin is definitely a challenge to tune, I will say, but I probably struggled a lot with that. I think it was sealed up and that thing finally let loose. That crack in this side let loose. So I have a feeling that it got worse over time, but that being said, we'll never know. So pull these guys out here. Be interesting to see what kind of mystery I find on the previous machine work. Hopefully it's done decent, but my luck, probably not. Okay, so once you have all your bolts out here, So you just want to double check, make sure you get all of them out, okay? If you guys try to get in here and you try to split this and pull this apart with any Allens in, you're really gonna screw things up. So what you wanna do is this is the tool that we're using here. Bazzetti Tusk sells them a few different companies. So let's see if I can take this guy off here. Don't make fun of our music. We had to, we're getting hit with a bunch of copyrights by using radio music, which is Pandora and whatever, which is understandable. So we had to get a subscription, licensed music, so we weren't getting hit with copyrights left and right. So we got the whatever slow jam stuff going on here. So you guys ask any questions if you want, but this is a video I'm just gonna keep up so people can have it indefinitely. So Purple Leaf, hey, what's up, man? So I've got all the Allens out of here. So let me see. I'm just doing this on my motorcycle lift. I should probably take that axle out. Turn this around. All right. Give me a second, let me get this situated. All right, so what we're gonna do is take this crank tool and these tools. They typically come with, well, they always come with these guys. So these threaded rods and nuts, these are how you fasten the plate to this guy here. And what this is gonna do is when you tighten it down, it's gonna push from here and push this crank down. So in turn, it's gonna pull it up. So you wanna make sure this guy is threaded way down as well. So just kind of lay it on here and see what lines up best with this. Pull this little cooling thing out. These things, I'm always afraid they're gonna break. It probably will. Oh yeah, check it out, didn't break. It's rad. All right, so obviously when you put your bolts in, you don't want to run your bolts through what would normally connect this together. Tusk tools are awesome. So that's what we have. I know this one broke, got re-welded here. So, but yeah, Tusk tools are awesome. We used to sell them, but they're cheaper to buy on Amazon than the cost they give us. So it makes no sense anymore. So, all right. So obviously when you bolt this thing down, you don't want to use any of your holes where you just, to split the case, because that would be a bad idea. So I found one here. And like I said, most of these threads are absolutely destroyed on this motor. So it may be a little bit of a challenge to find ones that aren't destroyed. Alternatively, you can always go through and put a nut on the other side. Let's do that. Oh, we got a winner. Okay. There's one. Let's see where I get another one. No, I don't really like that. I'd rather have one over here, but I don't know if I can get on that one. All right, well, let me get one more over here at least. So you obviously want these things to be more spread out. That's why I don't really want this one to be over here, right? Because then this thing's gonna want to bow out this way. So hopefully I can find a better spot to grab onto. These are Piaggio. These are like NRG or GP1 cases basically. So I'm gonna see if I can get in this guy right here. pitch that is. Tiny little thread. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a adequate bolt for that one. Let's see. Oh, hey. There we go. So, just had to improvise on this a little bit. Luckily, I have a jar full of a bunch of useless hardware. Came in useful right now. So none of this stuff really has to be, you don't really need to reef it down. So in this case, I don't really care so much, or actually at all, about the cases because they're already wrecked. That's why we're changing them out. So anyways, this is not the, you just want to have these things spread out as much as you can, and there's not really any other spots over here for me to bolt the two, so this is just going to have to work. So again, double check all your bolts are out holding this case together. So I should be able to get this thing, hit it with an impact driver, and it should just separate the two, this case from the billet center. So there you have it. Wow, that's thin. It's an interesting design though. Wow, okay, so this is gonna take more work than I was expecting. So, as you can see, that machine lip on that, there's a tiny little machine lip that fills in there from that billet center. So, the bearings feel decent, but let's see here. I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah, so I'll have to remachine this out of the OEM cases. So that's interesting. So France, SKF bearings actually still feel pretty good. So I'm glad I'm taking this thing apart because it's pretty filthy. So, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take, so if you were to split your motors, again, this would be the same scenario with your single cylinder. So what you do then is you go to the other side and you do the same thing. That makes sense. So same thing on this side. You're gonna take your tool off. You're gonna mount the tool right here. You're gonna try to find more mounting points as well. This side may be a little more of a challenge because these cases are wrecked pretty much, so maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see here. All right, that's a good spot there. So I'm actually taking some machinists first thing in the morning and have them start on it because I don't like having stuff out forever. It bugs me. So we'll go there, there. All right, let me find some more studs here. Maybe I'll do. Go to this guy here. All right, you find a smaller stud here. Bear with me. All right, so now we've got a smaller stud. So now again, we've tried to place these things apart. I'll probably go this guy. All right, so try this again. Of course, just pull that thread right out because these cases are destroyed. Let's see if this will work. Cases are in the butt. All right, try it again. All right, just gonna get this guy out of the way. Fortunately, well, it's good and bad. Piaggio's got this water pump unit, heavy gear here, so. Well, let's try this again. See if this case doesn't fall apart on me. We typically won't struggle this much on a set of cases that don't have a bunch of wrecked threads. Jeez. There it goes. There you have it. So that's the center section on a twin. So then it also comes apart more. This is just the first portion of it. Actually has some play in it, so it's good it came apart. Anyways, there you guys have it. This is kind of just kind of a longer video, but just explaining how the tool works, how to split a case, and basically to put everything back together. To put a motor back together, obviously you're just going to be like this, right? that's what your motor is going to be like. So put everything back together. You're going to essentially, it's going to be the same method. You're going to Honda bond this. Again, I'm interested in seeing how all this machine work is done. So basically, that's where the hole was, right there. So somebody used I don't know what they used, but wasn't right. So what you're going to use to pull the cases back together is this tool. And this tool threads onto the end of your stock crank. And then you don't need to use that arm. And what this is going to do is you tighten it down. It's going to pull your stock crank into the case. So you want to do that on both sides. That's what you use to pull the crank back together. But this is just to show you guys how to split cases with this tool. There's a few different brands, but basically you want to make sure to get it as spread apart as possible so you're evenly dispersing the stress on the case. So thanks for watching. Post up any questions you guys have, but this will be up and it'll stay up for guys to see how to split cases. So have a good night. Thanks for watching. Share, subscribe, enjoy.